Hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and welcome back to Tarot by Andy. Thank you for being here. This is my energetic reading here. God, I'm throwing myself off here. Please do your own research for entertainment purposes and allegedlys. And thank you for the super thanks. So I got an email this morning by Sue, and she was bringing up the message about the public smearing of Charles and William for the intention of taking down the monarchy and to basically override the succession of the royal, way things are. Definitely have the shared psychosis is what was brought up. It is definitely a smear campaign. I want to discuss a few things. That's why you see my notes on the table here. Yes, I'm not that smart. I have to take notes, you guys. All my thoughts are right here. So I want to make sure I get it out there. So if you don't like my thoughts, you can just steamroll through to the cards because I will get to it. But anyways, what is shared psychosis intended for? It's intended to attack your self-perception of yourself. They do it so they can gain full control. That's what shared psychosis is about. It does cause this psychotic disorders. You can end up in a mental hospital. It's very common. Most victims, many end up in a mental hospital. So I've mentioned this about Harry. It goes hand in hand with cognitive dissonance and brain fog. Following all narcissistic abuses. Gaslighting causes paranoia. What are the signs of gaslighting, paranoia, and all of this? This perception being way off. It is disorganized speech. Yes, we have heard Harry not do such a good speech. So disorganized speech is very common. Switching topics, not being able to stay on point and just bouncing around. Delusions over what's real and not real. Another thing to mention, which I picked up off of Cora, was a lot of narcs like to use and push on their victims amphetamine use, such as even Adderall even is used. It's to get you strung out and more paranoid. And believe me, they say it was by a narc on Quora saying that this is something that they like to implement that. So they do like to get them high on uppers. So there is some suggestions here on recovery. I will hold back on that. So I just want to say it's sort of like this whole Bonnie and Clyde energy is the way I was telling Sue. It's very Shakespearean is what she mentioned. Yep, got to agree to that. And I wanted to mention that even Buddha has said something to the point, I don't have the words per se right this second in my head, but basically it's putting out poison and expecting other people to drink it, but then you end up drinking it yourself and you end up dying on it yourself. In essence, you expect other people to drink the poison, expecting them to die, but it ends up affecting yourself instead. So yeah, they're trying to destroy the two people on the way to the throne. They want to interrupt that throne. They want to take them out so they can have it. It's total psychotic episodes here. So they want to ignore the act of succession. Yes, they do. And so anyways, they're trying to, with this, what ends up happening is they're going to end up with their own public shame, ridicule. They're going to find out their golden ticket of Markle's promises to Harry is going to be dead. That future faking is going to end up coming to a dead. They're going to have a dead end of trying to rewrite history. They're trying to rewrite history. That's been mentioned. Yes, bingo. Rewriting history. That future faking's there. That paranoia is there. Trying to get other people, trying to get people to drink their poison, but they're going to end up choking on it themselves. Okay, so what happens with all of this? How does someone get out of it? I'm going to touch on that quickly. Recovery. How does someone recover when they've been in this situation? For people out there that have been through something similar, I know many of you are survivors because I've read your comments, and I think that's awesome. I love hearing it. I love it when you share it, and I love it when you share your vulnerability because it helps other people, so thank you. What helps? They say a 20-minute walk alone a day helps. You want to get out. You want to dress and shower daily. They actually also recommend, believe it or not, a new fragrance. Your old fragrance has emotional connections. They also recommend changing your haircut and changing your appearance. Look after your body and your mind. 50% is your body, because your body's now wrecked, your nervous system is wrecked, and 50% is mental. But it feels like it's 100% mental. It's not. It's about 50-50. Reduce your sugar. You will crave it for the dopamine hit. It will not help you. We've talked about dopamine in the past. Increase your salt for your adrenal glands, because now you have adrenal fatigue and your adrenals are completely shot. You've been living in fight or flight mode for so many years. You need to uptake your salt intake to heal your adrenals. Yes, interesting stuff that I picked up. Also, you want to get some sun, get out in nature, water, rescue an animal, meditation, maybe put a 7-minute exercise app on your phone, yoga, therapy, weighted blankets. Also remove the blue light from your phone. There is a app called F-Lux app to do that. You have to recognize that you're going to have stability issues and lack of trust. You've got to acknowledge that. You've got to acknowledge and recognize the losses and mourning. Acknowledge it. Don't shove it under the rug. After all that, you will create a new sense of self. You will heal and grow. Be an advocate for other people. So sharing your story on here is advocating for other people by being vulnerable and sharing your story. It's a beautiful thing to do. And not only does it help others, it helps you. So keep sharing. NPD education is vital. That's what I've been trying to do. Me doing this has been part of my own healing journey, just so you know. Definitely, I'm no different than you. And you have to realize that you were lucky to escape. And you have to prioritize your mind and your body. Don't make big plans. Only do small plans. Little baby step, one step foot in front of the other. Big plans will ruin you. So only small plans, and get little wins here and there. All those little wins will add up and build up that confidence and that self-esteem and advocating for yourself. So what else do I want to say? Yeah, that's about it on that. And the other thing I learned today through being on Quora, I follow a female psychopath called Athena Walker. She's pretty semi-famous. And it was about psychopaths. Psychopaths they cry a lot. Did you guys know that? They cry a lot. And they cry out of frustration because they don't understand us. They cry because we expect them to think like us and they don't understand us. They cry because rules make no sense, so they rebel. They think when they're young that they may end up thinking like us when they're children, and it never happens. And so they get so frustrated, they cry out of frustration. It's not out of sadness. They don't have the communication skills to communicate what's going on within themselves, so they cry. So they are crybabies. They are crybabies. Psychopathic children will cry, 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 cry. They're usually a whirlwind of destructive energy. Psychopaths, if you didn't know, they never bond. There is no oxytocin. They have no chemical love or trust of others ever. And the moment they are born, they are psychopaths. Okay, this is different than a sociopath. Punishments don't work. Only rewards work. Okay, so do not punish them if you think you have an antisocial child. You have to negotiate their currency. Their currency is what do they value, and you have to negotiate on what they value in life, which is really residual benefits, as we know. Benefits. It's only going to be a reward system. No punishment will work. So that's the only way you can handle them, is find out what they value in life. That's how you negotiate with them. So I found that to be very interesting. So nothing's going to work negotiating with Markle. She's very antisocial. Nothing's going to work with Harry right now because he's psychotic and he has gotten to a point of being very sick. So nothing is going to work for him, it looks like. What will work? What will work? Probably nothing. Probably nothing at this point. What's going to end up happening is they're going to choke on their own poison. That's probably what's going to happen. I've said it before that I think that it could very well end in like Brian Laundrie case, the Florida case of the van travelers. And we know what Brian Laundrie did, right? And we know what Brian Laundrie did with himself afterwards. If you don't know the case, just look it up. Okay, so yeah, and that's very easily is the risk here. So I'm going to throw some cards because we know they're doing a smear campaign. We know they're gaslighting the public. We know all this. I can keep throwing cards on it over and over. It's going to be the same. So I just want to do some energy on, will they be choking on their own poison? How's it going to go? How's it going to go? What's it going to be for them? Will they choke on their own poison? Very Shakespearean. We have here Ace of Pentacles, so it's a new proposition. Ace of Pentacles is trying to, you know, it's grabbing a new idea. It's like a new situation. Earthbound energy is all about money, prosperity, work life, values. It's the physical world. So it's a new proposition for the physical world. They're going to always be aiming for this. This is always their aim. They're aiming for the crown. They want the proposition of being the new king and queen of England. They want what they want, and don't get in my way. So this pretty much is how I feel about that. New beginnings. They're looking for a new beginning and seeding a new beginning. Challenging position. Will they choke on their own poison? Will they choke on their own poison? Will they choke on their own poison, as basically Buddha says? Here we go. The challenging position is the Two of Cups. Yeah. If they even get a proposition, the challenging position is the two of them staying together and enjoying it. That's a problem. Let's get to the focal point. The focal point. Focal point, Four of Wands, trying to stay stable. Yeah, that's a challenge. Yeah, so they're focused on trying to stay stable. Things are rather stale right now, and they're trying to find celebrations. This is about celebrations and having a solid home. So they're focused on trying to get new propositions. The challenging is staying together to enjoy it. They're focusing on trying to maintain stability or get some level of stability. Let's try and get stability. Let's try to appear pure. There is the doves here. They want to appear pure and good with that within their home. So they're going for that image conscious situation. You know, that typical facade management. They're going for facade management here. Let's go for the hidden energy. Hidden energy. Hidden energy. Hidden energy is the Four of Pentacles in reverse. They're financially vulnerable. That's the Greedy Miser card in reverse. Here, the Greedy Miser. She's looking at all her gold, all the collection of gold, and hoarding it. They don't have it. They're losing. They're losing themselves here. And they're here with the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles is having to work on it, working on the material world and getting the results, the learning curve. Is it, you know, trying to get it to pay off. So she is working hard at it, trying to get it to pay off. But they're vulnerable. It has not paid off. And then we have here the Page of Swords. So what are they doing with the Page of Swords is putting out messages because they're restless and inquisitive, and they're spying. So they're doing it, they're putting out messages because of financial desperation. And because everything that they're doing is falling apart, and they don't possess the crown. They don't possess the position, also with this Four of Wands in reverse. And they know that they don't possess it. They like to hold it tight to their chest, and they want it for themselves. So they're actually working at it. They're trying to overcome with movements. And they're spying, and they're putting out reckless messages here. Reckless, the sword here with pages and knights for me tend to be very reckless and dark energy, just like the Queen of Swords or the King of Swords can be that way. When you irritate them, they're very defensive energy. So they're being very defensive at trying to overcome the situation here of not being in the position and the power to the throne. They want to possess it, and they know they don't have it. So they're vulnerable. It's desperation right here. This is total desperation. This comes to, I'm going to calculate this. Give me 1 second. That comes to 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's valued nothing. 12 comes to 3 of Spades, Scourge. Yeah, it's the 3 of Swords, which is the heartache. That is the heart with the knives going into it. 3 of Swords, that's that betrayal. We're going to betray you. Betrayal is the message they're putting out there. We're going to betray you. So that's what that calculates to. 3 of Swords. Yep, betrayal is the hidden energy. They're going to continue to betray, continue to do a smear campaign. They're going to continue to gaslight and triangulate all those dark words, all the games that they carry in their bag of tricks. Let's get to the past position that no longer serves them. Past position that no longer serves them is the Fool and the Tower. Yeah, they realize that they created massive unwanted shake-up change when they left onto their journey. And now they want to somehow change this. They want to rise up. What happens with the Tower? You take down the old to bring in the new. And they still are, I believe, on this mission. Take down the old, bring in the new. That is to take down the monarchy. That was the plan all along. Take down the monarchy and rise up. Rise up from the ashes for themselves. What's going into the future? What's going on into the future? These two here. We have here the Queen of Cups. Yeah, look at this. Queen of Cups, she wants to be seen as that loving, kind, nurturing individual. Look at the crown on her head. An emotional queen with the crown on her head. That's what Marco wants to do. And she is willing to self-sacrifice herself to be the emotional, loving queen that she wants to present herself as. I'm that loving, nurturing female energy that people will love. She's vetting to be loved by the world, and that she's going to self-sacrifice herself and do anything for it. She wants people to take a new perspective on her. So that's why they're going to do the smear campaign and try and rewrite history. They're wrong. They're wrong about me. I am the loving queen. I am the queen of love of the world. And I am willing to self-sacrifice myself for people to see me that way. Yeah, I'm going to calculate this. This comes to 24. 24 comes to 6 of spades. Incubus, succubus. So that's why she moved away, which is the 6 of spades, is that moving away, the sad goodbye card. So the sad goodbye card, that's why she left. That's why she took down she wants to take down the monarchy, go on a new path, rise up to be the Queen of Cups, self-sacrifice herself. She knew darn well she moved away. The sad goodbye was so that she could self-sacrifice herself and come across as the Queen of Cups, that loving, nurturing energy of the world. And everyone needs to take a new perspective about me and get some enlightenment that this is who I am. It's just trying to repaint the narrative of who she is. And that's why she thought she was in a rut. I'm in a rut. If she's in a rut and it doesn't work out, she will leave. She will leave. And so that's also sort of the sad goodbye. I will leave if I have to. She will leave any painful place for more potential if it's not working out in her favor. I think it was posted. Yesterday I posted that you should never worry about someone who's psychopathic. Because they will always find a way to fix their problem, and they will always find a correction measure that will work to their benefit. If it's a painful place and it's not working out, I will leave. And that is how her mind works. She will do it anyway. She will leave regardless. It will always work out in their favor. You never need to worry about them. If it's a loved one whose psychopathic traits have burned you, hurt you, and they're off doing their thing, don't worry about them. A psychopathic person with psychopathic traits will always fix their problems by using other people. And that's what she does. And that's what Tom Bauer has said. And that's kind of this energy here. She will self-sacrifice herself in order to appear as that Queen of Cups. And she will do the sad goodbye. She will leave a painful place. She will deem it painful and it hurting her. It's hurting me. You're hurting and wounding me. That's her perception. That is what she thinks in her mind, is people are hurting me. I'm going to flee. It's that self-victimhood here. Let's get to the feelings in the situation. Feelings in the situation for, are they going to drink the poison of themselves? We have Queen of Wands in reverse. Yeah, she will become very angry with the Queen of Wands in reverse. She will realize she's not the queen of hearth and home. If people don't buy into her, she's going to get very ruthless. She's not ready for any commitments also in this position. The Queen of Wands doesn't truly want a commitment to anyone. She has actually very immature energy. That's at arrested development of the narcissist. They're very unfaithful. So she is cheating. She is looking for a replacement source of supply to replace Harry. They have very poor management skills of their personal affairs. So this personal affair of going on a smear campaign, trying to get people to drink her poison and Harry's poison, is only going to poison themselves. It's very poor management of her skills, her abilities, whatever natural gift she has. She is failing. She's failing at using her natural gifts in life. She's not a strong leader. She's not a natural strong leader. She cannot handle adversity. She cannot handle competition. She cannot handle negative press. She's not a strong character. She's very weak, and she's not the mother-wife energy. She's not willing to commit. She's not the rising phoenix. There you go. Bad, bad move. That's failure right there. Massive failure. Let's get into the outside sources. Outside sources is Knight of Swords in reverse. Yep, this would be Harry. As far as I'm concerned, this is Harry. He's like her little teenager. This is Harry getting real nasty. Out of the blue. Out of the blue. Boom. Out of the blue, something really bad's going to happen. Very impulsive. Danger. This is a danger and total recklessness and very unpredictable and disregards other people. So this is where Harry goes on the attack against Markle. She's actually at high risk of Harry hurting her than Harry hurting himself. That Shakespearean Romeo and Juliet. Okay, we're talking Romeo and Juliet right here. Right here. The anger between the two of them. Him, a very out of the blue, something quick, fast, out of the blue, cutting her out with his sword, them battling out with each other, and him cutting her out because he's the one with the sword. He's the one who's going to be more reckless. She's going to be more angry and volatile, but he's got that sword and that quick speed of rage. Let's go to the next position. I got to be careful how I word this because of the algorithms and because of the YouTube gods. So I can't say too much more in terms of my how I verbalize this. But very Romeo and Juliet, okay? Let's get to the hopes and fears. Hopes and fears. They're going to get the fear aspect. They're both a prisoner in their own mind. And they self-sabotaged. Another reason for the attack. Let's get to the final call. Final call, 6 of Cups in reverse. Yeah, why? Because he doesn't have karmic relationships anymore. Painful childhood, having negative feelings. The sentimental thoughts are now wiped out because of the war he created with his family. Lots of emotional baggage with no support. That's why Harry is a risk to Markle. Bottom of the deck. 7 of Cups in reverse. No options left. Completely out of options, and the fantasy is over. This is a fantasy card of choices. Options are all gone. All options have been removed from his life. No family unit. Destroyed everybody and himself in the process. He made it happen. He made it happen. He was the master of it. He mastered it with the 3 of Pentacles. He made it. He worked at it. This is working at it. This is the working for the benefit of everyone. He thinks he's working for the benefit of everyone, for the benefit of mankind. Teamwork makes the dream work. 3 of Pentacles with the 5 of Pentacles in reverse. The poverty card. Poverty, suffering, being an outcast of society with the 5 of Pentacles. 5 of Pentacles is total hardship, poverty, illness. He's mentally unwell. Alienation, struggling with adversity, abandonment card, ignored, spiritually broke. Here, trying to find a way to recover, to find a peaceful place, a place to belong. A place to belong, okay? A place to belong may not be on this earth plane. I'm going to calculate that. Comes to 8. 8 is 2 of Spades, 2 of Swords, broken chalice. Broken chalice, breaking both of them. Breaking the chalice. Very dark spread. Okay, I'm going to go sage myself now. All right, sad. It's disgusting. It's pathetic. It's unnecessary. None of this had to happen, and that's what's the biggest shame of all of this. Watching Harry's own demise. because he married the wrong woman, because he would not listen to advice. Very sad, and it's completely unnecessary, but this is what happens. This is what happens, especially on the global stage. I see a Brian Laundrie and Gabby Petito spread right in front of me here, and you know, definitely very Shakespearean. All right, you guys, I'm not going to say I hope you enjoyed this because this is pretty dark stuff, but please leave a comment. Thank you for watching, and until next time, like and subscribe. Bye, you guys.